We're back with In Vivo. I'm here with Lupita Ramirez from the San Diego Unified School District. She is a translator. Now, viewers, translators are powerful people. They have influenced our religion, our life, our literature. Lupita, thank you so much for being with us. Tell me about, how did you get into translating?
Well, it's my pleasure to be here, Iris. Thank you very much. I got into interpreting and translating, well, I guess kind of by accident, because my parents were very firm about learning languages, and especially Spanish and English when we were young, my brother and I. And so he was very firm about no Spanglish and looking words up in the dictionary. And so we pretty much had a good knowledge of how one language worked, how the other one worked, and not to kind of, ruin them by mixing them up. So I've been speaking both languages ever since I can, remember.
Now, they say that a translator has to be bilingual and bicultural. Do you agree?
I completely agree. You have to have lived in both countries and probably have been educated in both countries in order to understand the nuances, the cultural exchanges, vocabulary. I mean, it's a lot of vocabulary.
Translator means one who brings or carry across. You carry across one language to another. Now, you have a very impressive resume. You worked with the Department of Justice, Immigration, and you also had a little experience in Hollywood. Tell us about it.
I did.
Yes.
Well, for a while there, I was living in Guadalajara, Mexico, and I was hired to translate feature-length films.
Oh, fun.
And pretty much, I mean, anything and everything you saw in the 80s, we translated it. But on one occasion, I was tasked with translating All of the President's Men. And I did. There was one expression that we couldn't quite get, and that was a word that was either called Crete, Creep, Creek. And it was, well, what is it? Anyway, fast forward, I spoke to someone, and someone put me in contact with Mr. Howard Hunt of Watergate fame. And I spoke to Mr. Watergate fame, Mr. Howard Hunt, and he explained to me that the word CREEP was an acronym, Campaign to Re-elect the President. So, and you can get to, I guess, do these things, speak to these people. Why? Because of the bilingual situation, that opens more doors for you to, instead of seeing one or two people in one language, you can see 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in 2, 3 languages.
Now, you are with San Diego Unified School District. What do you do with them?
I'm an interpreter and a translator for San Diego Unified.
And what do you interpret? What do you translate?
We can go anywhere from parent manuals for the schools, menus for the schools, anything that has to do with the Common Core state standards now, with the LCAPs, Board of Education meetings, you name it, we do it for the district. Blogs, websites, for all of the schools, for everybody.
Everyone.
Yes.
Where do you see yourself going forward from here?
Well, boy, I'd sure like to see myself in the Bahamas somewhere, kind of kicking back, but I think that I see myself, continuing to educate myself about communication and perhaps even share that knowledge with, with people, prospective clients, I don't know, just with anyone that might be in need of someone that can help them communicate.
What would you say your mission statement is?
Well, gee, let's see, I guess good relationships through communication. Just we can improve the world with communication. We can do so much through communication.
And because you are a bridge between the communication and the culture.
Yes.
Yeah. And do you teach? Do you offer classes? Can anyone learn to be a translator?
You can. There are classes that you take to get certified to be an interpreter. It's an interpreter translator. The way interpreter is the spoken word, translating is the written word, and so that's the difference that is in that.
And you have sight reading and
consecutive.
Consecutive.
And there's another one, and I can't think of it for the life of me.
Lupita, you have a very interesting, powerful job. Thank you so much for being on the show.
My pleasure.
We'll be right back.